Now, going behind the mic, we go to the other side of the continent to Craig West, the voice of the Tri-City Americans. Craig, will start off, I guess, disappointing year last year. The team doesn't make the playoffs. Tell us about that, and tell us about the beginning of this season thus far.
The team the previous 2 years had kind of stumbled into the playoffs, and last year became the best team ever to miss the playoffs in the history of the Western Hockey League. Finished a game over 500 at 35, 34, and 3. End up losing out by 2 points because the team's heady of Portland, who lost this last 9, and Spokane had more loser points. Where it broke it out, if it had a 3-2-1 basis, 3 points in regulation, 2 in overtime, and 1 for the overtime loss. The Americans would have finished third, and Spokane and Portland would have tied. All 3 teams would have had 101 points, but based on 3-point games and the wins in regulation time, would have made a big difference. Last year, gave a chance to change the draft and get the draft 6th overall, come up with a really good player out of Vancouver, BC, and Sasha Mittal had scored 197 points in the lower Vancouver League, Bantam AAA, and had 100 goals. And he's ready to play right now. They don't have an exception rule in the Western Hockey League, but he could have played right now. There was no question through the exhibition season that Sasha was ready to go, and I'm about 6'2". He's my size at 15. He's a big kid. He's an impressive young man and going to be a good player.
The Americans have some guys coming up for the NHL draft. Tell us about that.
One played for the under-18 team, and in fact, the team finished 5th and underperformed, but he had some big goals for him, and that was 6'5" Michael Rasumussen. Razzie, another kid out of Vancouver that, to me, is a clone of Joe Thornton, and if you're going to be a player, you're going to be clone-like in his size and the way he plays the game and works around the net front. He's going to go very, very high. He could end up be a lotto pick. We hadn't had a hat trick in 3 years, and in the first 16 minutes, the opening night against Spokane, he had a natural hat trick, and it was 3-0. 2 were the power play just by hanging around the front of the goal. The other was a nice snipe, and then he got a 4th goal. We hadn't had a 4-goal game in 4 years. He just really showed everybody. Got an overtime winner on Sunday. 6 goals in the first 4 games. Set goals in 3 of the 4. He's a real likable player. Very personal, extremely smart on and off the ice. He's going to be one that when NHL teams interview him, they're going to like him even more. And my prediction, he ends up being a lotto pick. The other is, and he and Juuso Valimaki live together. Their families are extremely close. The Valimakis are over from Finland. The whole family is here. Kids are playing hockey in the local community, and it's nice. And you can see Juuso coming into his own with his family here. He's another one that is projected potentially to be a first-round draft pick. So these 2 guys could single-handedly really turn the season, turn the franchise, and this has been a franchise that's had some big-name players throughout the years on it.
Now, looking at players who'd be NHL property now, who do the Americans have? It looks like a Parker Witherspoon for the Islanders, 4th-round pick. Tell us about him.
Parker is a guy that's an interesting player. His brother has been property, played in Portland, and he's been up and down with the Calgary Flames, played some in Stockton last year and some in Calgary. Parker's an interesting player in that he plays with a real edge. Parker's not the biggest guy. He's 6 feet tall, but he carries the puck, he can go end to end, but he'll play an abrasive game. He's an irritant. If you're on the other team, you want to kill him. He's one of those guys that just gets under your skin. Every coach likes to have. You hate to play against him, but you like to have him on your team. He's everything that a coach would like to have, and he's hard to get off the ice. He wants to play, he wants to be on the ice, and he wants to do that. So right now, he's the only player that had extended time, missed the start of the season. Just got back from the New York Islanders, but in the first 2 games that he came back, he had 4 points in the first 2 games. So looks like he's ready to make an even better step, and what could very well be his last major junior season in his 4th year. But another guy that was a first-round pick as far as the Bantam draft went. The scouts did a great job identifying him.
Thanks for this, Craig. Best of luck to you and the team this season.
Great to talk with you, and best of luck.
That's Craig West, the voice of the Tri-City Americans, joining us here. You're listening to McDonald Auto Group, Scream Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.